Love it. Love it. So how does it, how is it different from managing a short-term rental and managing, a longer-term rental? And then I also want to touch on your midterm as well. Is there any different between midterm and short-term?
Yeah, there is. So long term is for if you're going to have a property manager, it's pretty much sit it and forget it. Your property manager is the one that's going to be getting maintenance requests. They're going to handle evictions when those happen. I'm in the middle of eviction right now. And the property manager is going to handle all of that. So if you're looking to be passive, do a long-term buy and hold and hire a property manager. If you're wanting to create more cash flow from your property, depending on where it's located, I recommend short-term and medium-term. So short-term is Airbnb, VRBO, what people think of when they think of short-term rental. Medium-term is 30 days or more. So I'm often having tenants, or in this case, I almost call them guests, that stay 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days or more. And they are wanting a furnished apartment that's really cute, has a great bed, and is very easy to maintain. So it needs to be fixed up. It doesn't have to be perfect, but all of these amenities should be there. So I even provide my traveling nurses with what I call a starter kit. So they're going to have a few rolls of toilet paper, a few rolls of paper towels, those little pods for the dishwasher, maybe even a laundry pod or two, just so that when they land, they have everything that they need. But I'm not providing toilet paper, coffee, paper towels, and laundry the entire stay. So that's one difference. The other is that I'm only cleaning the property when they move in and when they move out. And so there's less communication between me and my cleaner, and there's less cleaning fees. And then also there's only a turnover every 3 months. And about 40% of my traveling nurses have extended their stay from 3 months to 6 months because they've extended their hospital contract.
Okay. So is that who usually you target to is traveling nurses?
It is. Yep. I use a website called furnishfinder.com. And it's not a traveling nurse website, but that is where all the traveling nurses hang out.
Okay, great. And, obviously you're able to charge a premium because of that, correct? Because of everything, all the furnishing and them being only having to stay for 30 to 90 days, maybe a little bit longer, instead of signing a year lease, correct?
Yes, and you're paying utilities. So that's one thing that some new investors forget to calculate is you're going to be taking care of all of the utilities during that time. So the margin needs to be big enough. So for example, I have a 4-unit, a fourplex or a quad. They're all 1-bedroom, 1-bath units. 2 of the units are currently long-term tenants. One pays $830, one pays $850. And then my other 2 units are furnished. And during the month of August, I had them on Airbnb, and they both brought in about $2,200.
Wow. Oh my God. That is a great way to, go ahead.
It is really good. However, let's break down the math. So I paid for utilities. So let's say that was, I think my average was $489 for both units. Okay, so that's like let's do $240 off of $1,200.
Is that with then TV?
I don't provide cable, but I just have Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime with an Amazon Fire Stick or a Roku.
Yeah.
Great question, though. I do provide Wi-Fi. It has to be very high-speed Wi-Fi. Like they are going to ask, and Airbnb actually added a new feature where you can say your Wi-Fi speed. And as someone that's constantly on video, I need strong Wi-Fi, so that was understandable. Yeah. So you have, you're going to have to take away utilities. In August, you don't have to worry about snow removal, but you do need to worry about mowing the lawn. That happens either way if you're doing long-term or short-term. But then the other thing is cleaning fees. So in the month of August, I allowed a lot of 1 and 2 night stays because I was of the mentality, let's just get as many nights as we can. And that resulted in a lot of cleaning fees. And so, which is great because I love my cleaner and I want to give her the business. But when I sat down and did the math, it was like, wow, okay, for that market, because I can't charge $200 a night in Omaha, Nebraska on an Airbnb. I'm charging $89 a night most of the time. So for me, it actually made made sense to switch over in September and August as Airbnb occupancy went down, because less people are hanging out in Omaha in September. I decided to switch to traveling nurses. And so the numbers on this are really cool. So I provide the same amenities. I'm just not restocking K-cups and toilet paper all the time. But I provide the same amenities, and I'm charging $1,575. And if they have a pet, there's a $200 refundable deposit. That's refundable. But I also charge a $175 pet fee, which is non-refundable. In addition to that, I also charge a $150 cleaning fee at the end of their lease. And then my cleaner doesn't charge me $150. Unless it's really messy, then sometimes I have spent almost that. Otherwise, she charges me about $75. So after all of that, there's no fees during the 3 months that they're staying, because I'm not getting it cleaned every 2 to 3 days. And I am still paying about the same in utilities. A traveling nurse has not used more utilities than an Airbnb guest, according to my data.
Yeah. Wow. That's so interesting that you say that too, because it's like what I've found is it's a complete 50-50 on if they allow pets or not. Some people have had some terrible experiences and just say no. And then some people are looking to, cap out as much as they can, rent a property out for, which I think pets are 100%, a great way to do that, because if you put something, I would love to hear your experience as well. But if you put on, a listing saying no pets, then you cut down probably 70% of the people looking. Do you find that too?
Yeah, about 80% of my medium-term rental guests have a pet. Mm-hmm. And it was hard for me. I mean, I'm a pet lover. I don't want your listeners to be like, oh my gosh, Sarah hates pets. Because I am a pet lover, but I don't really love dog hair on the brand new couch that I just bought to put in the midterm rental. And that's where mindset comes into play. I thought, okay, what is worst case scenario? A dog did vomit on a rug, and I don't know why, but the traveling nurse didn't say anything, or maybe she didn't notice. So I used her pet fee and then her pet deposit to clean the rug. And it was no harm, no foul. And so I thought, okay, that actually wasn't that bad. And you're running a business, so that's not my rug. Yes, I bought it, or my business bought it, but that's not my rug, just like it's not my couch. This is all a business.
I love that. And that's a precaution right there. That non-refundable, the pet fee, and the refundable are all precautions for if something like that does happen. So you already set it up. So, even if the worst does happen, I'll be protected, which I absolutely love. As far as, finding rents, is there anywhere, for someone that's just getting started, maybe he's interested, has a lot of hospitals or anything around, interested in finding out maybe what they can rent a midterm rental for? Is there a place you can find that?
Yeah, it's funny. I noticed this was a need. And so I actually started another company called Aria Design. And we will analyze your market or your property for you. We'll tell you what is long-term rent, medium-term rent, and short-term rent, average daily stay, occupancy, vacancy, and then we'll advise you on what strategy we think is best. And then from there, we can sell you our furniture list. And it has everything. It's not just like buy a couch and buy spoons. We actually show you what spoons, bed sheets, artwork we recommend.
Wow, that's incredible.
That. Thank you. And then you also, Evan, you could fly us out during that weekend we were talking about with the Blue Angels. Yeah. And we'll furnish your unit for you. So you can fly my team out. We'll furnish it from beginning to end, or we can do everything remotely. And this is usually where I lose people. People are like, wait, what? But yeah, I just furnished a unit in Detroit, Michigan. It's actually our 4th unit for that client from Guatemala. So I'm in Guatemala. He sent me photos, videos, and measurements of the unit, and we shopped and decorated the unit from Guatemala. He or his handyman and property manager are the ones that put the things in the unit. And we even showed him this piece of art goes on this wall, and these throw pillows go on the bed in that room. It's all a mood board. We show you everything.
Wow, that's just another business that adds to, the same realm of real estate. So is that, those are the two options? You fly you out, you would shop locally, or would it all be sent
Yep.
there and then you design it?
A little bit of both, but we try to curate more locally if you're going to fly us in.
Gotcha. Okay. And then, or you can have it so that you guys pick out everything down to like the details, and then, just get sent there and you get a list saying where it all goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
And then everything
that's
else,
incredible.
like, thanks, Evan. Thank you. And it's fun. Like we've done 17 units in 9 states.
Okay.
So far. And I just launched the company like end of last year. And so it's been really, really fun. And then that deal analysis that I mentioned at the beginning, that's our most popular product. Okay. I have requests for that every week. So people are thinking about turning, like maybe they heard on a podcast, oh, traveling nurses, that sounds really lucrative. I wonder if my long-term unit that I currently own could be switched over to that. And so that's a lot of our clients. They're using us to analyze their properties that they may already own. Maybe their tenant is moving out in May and they're thinking, instead of renting it out again as long-term, should I go ahead and furnish it? Do the numbers make sense?
Yeah, I see a lot of investors now, especially since the market's unbelievable. They try to look to other options to, make a deal work. And, with you having the experience of short-term, mid-term, and long-term, being able to provide the value of what all you can rent it for, what's probably going to be most profitable, and being able to come out and actually show someone like myself. If I were to buy a short-term rental, I don't know how to furnish it, so that's where you come into play and know exactly what works. And I think that's huge. I think that's a great business. I feel like you're gonna bring out like 7 more businesses by the time we're done. You just, I started that too.
I do have one more, but that's it.